Sergeant Keenan here reporting for duty, and today we're bringing a new game to the channel called Embark. Embark is, it's very similar, the developers described it to me as Dwarf Fortress inspired, along with a sim mixture of relationship, dialogue, and you know, pluses and bonuses when that comes to that. When if you know the Sims game, to me I get a really strong Rimworld vibe from it, except that it is in 3D, and while there is very sim-like elements to it when it comes to like relationships and the way that they talk to each other. I just get a really strong Rimworld vibe from it, so we are going to go ahead and pick our spot on this planet. This is the planet that we are embarking to, and we want to start off where there's definitely quite a bit of land. We don't want it to be all water, because I'm pretty sure if it's all water, then we're going to have a much more difficult time trying to do anything. I'm going to go ahead and I'll plant myself down right here. We got some fresh water, and we're next to the ocean as well, which is not bad. I think we got a lot of fresh water actually, and it doesn't get too hot. Well, it gets a little hot here, but it's not terrible. And this is gonna be first world, you know, our first real world. I played a little bit of the game off camera just to get a hang of it, because I did not want to jump into this completely blind, because I know these kind of games, if you jump in completely blind, you're gonna have a real bad time. So one of the things I really like about this game is this little point systems that we have up here. Every person you add to your starting colony, or you're starting in embarking, you know, embarking colony size, it takes up a certain amount of points. Some people are worth more points. You know, they're slightly decisive, they're extremely industrious, slightly psychopathic. So he's good at some things and can help out a lot. So some people are not worth as much because, you know, they're not as good, or you know, they don't have high enough skills in certain things. And it's not just people that require points. Another really cool thing over down here is that you can start and change the amount of rations that you start with, the amount of water that you start with. It says drinks and stash of brews. Everybody drinks ale as their source of liquids, and starting with tools and things like that, which I think is really cool. I like this as a point system. There's a lot of things you can alter and edit, and there's also family relationships that you can add through each person. As like these two people right here, this red line connecting them to means that they are in a relationship. If you go ahead and add a child to them, you see that it knocks off a bit, and it gives them a child with their own age, their own status, and things that they can do. One thing that I like to do is, honestly, I get rid of most of these people, because for some reason the starting, it gives you just some really old ass people, like 87 years old. I don't want an 87-year-old on my colony at all. 31 years old, that's good. We'll add a spouse. 34, that's decent age. We're gonna go ahead and add one child, 13 years old. Not bad. And I think we'll add one more worker. 43 years old. Let's see. We have average brewing, we have average stab, average carpentry, and competent cooking. I think those are all relatively good things. Passable dodging, passable, so we got a lot of mediocre armor making. So we got people who can make armor. We have some people who are good at farming down here with the child. Some people are good at herbalism, archery. So I think that's like actually a pretty good mix between a lot of different skills. Not a lot of crossing over in them, which is really, really good. I do want to start with a little bit more rations, so that's going to cost us a little bit more points. And then I do want to add perks, which are going to cost more points. So we can add things like starting with lumber, starting with you know, other like clothing, abundant games, a lot of animals around that can be hunted. You have more time to prepare for attacks if you do diplomacy. I don't like to start in spring because obviously I want as much time as possible before it getting really start getting more difficult. If we start off like, let's say, in fall, and we don't have that much food, we're not probably going to be able to grow much in the winter. Though I haven't got to the winter months, I don't know how severe that becomes. But we'll definitely see as time goes on. How much is this worth? 160 points? I think that's... I kind of want to take this, because since I don't have a whole lot of experience in the game, I think having few diplomacy is probably a pretty good idea. I think 4 people are pretty good. We'll have, you know, this relationship going on. We'll have one other person chilling around. Let's go ahead and embark. Now, it does take a really long time to generate the terrain, per se. It takes like a couple minutes, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut between it. Though not all the time it takes a couple minutes, but the first time I generated took like 3 or 4 minutes to generate all of the terrain, but we'll go ahead and put a little jump in here. Alright, we are in and we're loaded up. We got a couple people. Ooh, what's all this? We got a Galania? I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what Galania is. Looks like some kind of a plant. Some kind of plant. Anyways, so starting off, you know, as you can see, it's very voxel looks like. I don't think it's actually voxel building based at all, though. Some really cool things, you know, you got people, you got your guys going around swimming and things like that. They do like leisurely activities, and you can see already there's some talks going around and increasing people's relationship with each other. But we want to start off on a pretty flat area. I like to start off on a pretty flat area anyways. That's forest mushrooms. Are those already growing and not seeds? Huh. Cool. Normally, I mean, when I was playing through the first time through, or my little thing off camera, it was only seeds that are around, so I think that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and first things first, chop down all these trees that are nearby, because we are going to need wood, and we are going to need to make a stockpile for specifically wood, and we'll go ahead and place that down over here. As well as for a large majority of the items that the things that we need to make, we need a workshop to make planks. Planks are, you know, from regular trees we get wood, and then from wood with a plank station we can go ahead and we'll put it on 2x speed actually. We can go ahead and turn that wood into planks, and that planks can be used for things like beds, other structures. I haven't come across that. I'm pretty sure like the all the beds, the chairs and tables, bookshelves, chests, they all take planks. I've only myself built the planks, so it's you know, it is what it is. I'm actually, hold on, give me a second. I realized that my flux is still on, which is a dimming program that I have on my computer. I want to disable that so I can actually see the colors properly. You guys would see it fine. I would not. It's very difficult for me to see when that flux is on and I'm playing a game. When it's color sensitive things. Anyways, so yeah, we have forest mushrooms over here. Fertile grass, a lot of good things going on over here. What is this? This is just clay. I want to start building, it's just all fertile. It's all good growing areas. I mean, I could just, I think I'm going to plop down a farm over here. We're going to do forest mushrooms because it's probably going to be the only supplies that we're going to have for quite a while. And that is a lot of stuff to grow over there. Thankfully, it's all pretty much self-harvestable. You don't have to worry about constantly going over there and planting. I think once you plant once with some mushroom seeds or something like that, it does pretty well. So we got pine seeds over there. These guys are already working on getting this prioritized. It's going to take a while before we have all the things. And the one thing I don't know, mainly because I haven't got very far into the game, is I don't know if skills improve over time. Because when you go to the details, it tells you the skills that they have. You know, they're competent. This guy's a competent cook. He's a passable bowyer, and he's a mediocre at armor making. But I don't know if those skills actually improve the more they do it. I haven't noticed it yet. And I don't know if that's something that's going to be implemented future-wise, because this game currently is in development. I didn't mention that earlier. I forgot about that. But it is. I don't believe there is a current release date for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and have all of the links to that in the description if you guys want to go ahead and follow the game and see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and increase it up to 3x speed since everybody's sleeping right now. I do want to get beds up. Defenses, I'm really not too worried about because I don't really know what to expect. I guess it would be important to get some kind of defenses up, but in the meantime, I don't really have any stuff like that to really hold it. If you get what I'm trying to say here, we probably should make a raw food and drink area. So raw food and drink, so we can hold our mushrooms over here that we can collect. Probably should harvest these mushrooms over here, the ones that are fully grown. We'll get some seeds from them, then we'll be able to plant over there, which will be nice. Go to 2x speed. I don't want to be on 3x speed all the time, just in case something happens. I don't want to bamboozle myself. What's this over here? I think this is all just pine seed. When we do place farms, can we do ones for trees? No, blueberry, breadfruit. No, we can't have like Pacific tree farms. We can grow like bananas and apple trees, but not anything specifically to do with just growing trees like pine or anything like that. I like that we started off in this really flat area. In my last one, it was really it was a lot more mountainous than what we have going on over here. And it required me to do a lot of mining before I was even able to place down pretty much anything or get started on anything. Let's see, miscellaneous, what do we got in here? Oh yeah, so we got like windmills and things that we can eventually start moving towards in the future, so we don't have, it's not really a whole lot of content so far, but it will take quite a bit to get everything up and running. You have windmills and water pumps to be able to pump out fresh water, for example, getting fresh water from over here and then using that to like make ale and things like that. Is this fresh water over here? No, this is salty water because I think this is actually connected to the ocean. Yeah, it goes out to the ocean over there. We don't actually have a lot of fresh water. I mean, there is water over here. There's just not a large body of fresh water. I thought there would be larger bodies of fresh water. I don't know how much that's going to affect us, to be honest. I don't. I thought there would be more. I was mistaken, though. Over here, let's go ahead and set up some orders for planks. I want to maintain a stock of 10 planks at all time, because pretty much everything requires planks or something of similar or the like, or something like that. Freddie Richmond gossips about Abby Richmond. Caesar Donaldson is angry. -8 relationship. Well, that you guys are not starting off on great relationships, that's for sure. Isn't it that Abby? Let's look at our citizens. Abby, yeah, is it Abby and Freddie in a relationship together? Why is he's like not happy? He's not having a good time? Because that's Richmond, and then we got Abby Richmond. Yeah, these guys are 31 and 34, and this is their child. He's very boring. What a sad trait. A creature trait? Oh, it doesn't tell me on this screen what these traits affect. When we're doing the character creation, it goes into really details about how much these traits affect, but it does not go into details on here, unless maybe, no, it wouldn't be in anything else. What are their thoughts? He's hungry, relaxed, good conversation, slept on the floor, ate while standing. Boo-hoo, dude. Boo-hoo. That's all I got to say to you. Let's go ahead and make another stockpile of prepared food and drinks, because I know we came with some rations, I just don't know how many. So I want to bring those over here if we can. We probably should set up a stone one. I mean, we're going to need to do a stone masonry soon anyways. I think I'm just going to build this. This is where I might... Oh, let's alter some settings here, actually. I want to look sensitivity up a little bit. Zoom sensitivity is fine. I want to be able to turn faster. Let's go ahead and mine this out, because I think I'm going to go ahead and put the stone masonry like right over here. I kind of want all the stone to be close to each other so they don't have to walk a really far distance to build the stuff that they want. He's not been chopping down these other trees. What's up with that? Is it because they're not fully mature? I mean, that could be a reason why. I'm not sure. Let's see. This is a mature tree, so that's not chopped down. This is growing. That's mature. That's mature. What are you guys doing over here? Nobody's idle, so they're all doing something. Let's go ahead and increase the speed. Oh. Shoddy apple ale. Oh, this is all of our supplies we got when we fell in. Shoddy pick. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a thing for everything. We should make one for seeds. We need to make one for our tools as well, so let's go ahead and do that. Seeds, we'll go ahead and put all of our seeds over here. And then tools, we'll go ahead and... There was one for tools, wasn't there? Maybe it's considered a weapon and armor? Corpses, ammo, yeah, it's probably this. And we'll go ahead and place that down over here. We probably don't have that many tools, so we probably don't need a whole lot of spaces for that. Well, it does include weapons too, but they'll probably equip them. I probably won't have a whole bunch of extra weapons just lying around, to be honest. I think that that stockpiling is always the max thing that they do usually, because that's what it seems like. Shoddy, there's a lot of seeds I have over here. What's this? Nothing. Yeah, a lot of mushroom seeds, which is fine. Like, it's not a big deal to have all of these seeds. We still have a lot of little planning to do over here. I think I'm gonna up the priority. But can I up the priority on this? Maintain stock one time. So it's on maintain stock right now. I think I would have to up this and make a new one. If I went to plank, up the priority a little bit, maintain stock, got rid of this one and then upped it to 10. I think it would focus on doing this a little bit more, because I do want to get the beds up pretty soon here. Don't know where I'm going to put them, because not all of the trees have been chopped down that I've been wanting to. I guess I could just do it like right over here. I think I'm going to do that actually. We could do an underground base, but I haven't really dug that much, so I don't know if it gets dangerous of going underground. So I think we'll just go ahead and do basic furniture and start setting up some bed queues so people can actually have a decent-ish place to sleep and not be sleeping on the ground, because I'm sure that lowers their mood quite a bit if we were to go over and look at their thoughts. Hungry, thirsty, tired, good conversation, slept on the floor. Yeah, so we have a lot of issues for sure. A lot of issues. We got what's going on over here? It's in this block. What is that right there? Usually it tells me. I don't really care about the stockpile. I care about the stuff that's in the stockpile. It's not gonna tell me. Okay. Okay, buddy. Well, yeah, we got some planks going on. It doesn't seem like it's a big focus. Yeah, these prepared foods and drinks like completely took this up. Was that bread? Yeah, we have ale right there. I think this is bread that's put right here. I really want to get all that stuff like put out of this ocean. I think the majority of the stuff that's over here now is just like seeds though. Well, we have some ale still left. The majority of it's seeds. Shoddy forest mushroom simple meals. So those are all mushroom meals that are over there. How's our little mushroom plant area going over here? Looks like it's going okay. I would like to get other plants, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. We have potatoes over here. When I was doing my little thing off camera, when I tried to harvest a potato, they never actually went over there to go do it. So I don't know if I just had too many things going on at once that they weren't focusing on doing that. There was more important things like hauling and things like that they were doing. I'm not 100% sure. That's probably why, to be honest. We should be building walls soon, but they're kind of hard to do, to be honest. If we go ahead and go over to walls, it actually requires like quite a bit to be able to do them. Like if we want to make it from some kind of natural minerals, we need to actually go do some mining. If we want it from soil, we can't, the sand is an option, but like when I had sand before, they weren't building sand walls, so I'm not entirely sure what was going on over there. But I guess we'll see. Wait, did they build all of these already? No, none of them have been built. They're all still blueprinted out. I was about to say, like, that would be extremely quick. We should actually bump the priority up on all of these. These should be like very top level importance to get up. Get that bed under construction. What about this one? Get that under construction. Yeah, we want all of these things up. Very super important. We want people to have places to sleep, so they're not all mad about sleeping on the floor. People are still obviously super hungry and thirsty, but you know, we're working on it. We're working on it. Sooner or later, we'll have all of this stuff done. How's the planting? There's still only 12 out of 25 things planted that I can have planted over there. Yeah, you gotta start getting the work over there, farmer boy. Right, you're like my main farmer, right? No, you're not? Why are you over there then? You're not the guy who can do the farming stuff.